What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another summer photo shoot episode. It's episode number 3, and I am out in Iowa today. I just went on a pretty decent drive here, about 45 minutes. Came down into Iowa, just across the border here, and I'm at a little trail here. This is like an old, used to be a road, I guess, and now they kind of just turned it into like a 1.5 mile trail out and back. So yeah, I saw this on the map, and I've actually been wanting to come out here since like last summer, but just never got around to it. But I figured today would be a good day for it. It's a beautiful day. June 27th, Saturday today, about 80 degrees. Got some clouds in the sky. Very sunny right now. It's 2 p.m. I'm planning on pretty much being out here the majority of the day into the evening, most likely. But there's lots of just farm landscape around here, guys. It just looks gorgeous. The drive here, it was beautiful. The drive honestly didn't even feel that long. I was just taking in all the scenery. So yeah, we're gonna hike this trail, take some shots of kind of the surrounding farm landscapes. We'll probably go off the trail and stuff too. I do want to get some video today as well on the Lumix, so we'll try that out. I got the tripod with me, so should be a good one today though, guys. So let's get after it. Right off the bat here, guys, just taking some landscape shots. This road, I think this will look a lot better once we get back. It's a lot kind of softer light. It's just really kind of harsh light right now, so really pretty landscape. But let's start this hike. Should be pretty cool. Just goes straight through farmland, so. All right, so I'm just getting into this trail here. Little reference for where this is at. This is right in the northeastern corner, basically, of Iowa, right past the border. So this is kind of still in the Driftless region where all the bluffs and stuff are, where the glaciers didn't come down. So it's still like pretty bluffy landscape over here in Iowa. But yeah, I just never really come down here too much. This isn't like that far away. It's less than an hour away. But yeah, I was looking at this spot since like last summer. I've always wanted to check it out. Just kind of this old road that they turned into. I think this is pretty popular with like dirt biking. People come here and dirt bike and stuff. So yeah, should be pretty cool. All right, friends, this is pretty crazy right here. So I'm in this ravine trying to get up to get a good angle of that farm building. And there's just like a bunch of wrecked cars right there. Old wrecked cars just in this ravine. It's pretty crazy. This is like very steep, but I just thought that looked nuts. The stuff you find in the backwoods, it's just pretty crazy. But I gotta get up this freaking hill right here. Trying to get a good angle on this farm building up there. Well, I found some more car wrecks. Lots more. But this is Probably the first good shot right here, guys. I love how this sunlight is coming in right on that car. It's kind of in a perfect spot. It's taking some vertical shots. Yeah, the roof is just getting hit with sun perfectly right there. It's pretty cool. You can see some more wrecks down there too. This is kind of a cool scene just in itself. Take that as well. Well guys, it's about 3:30 right now. Just walking down the trail still. Haven't seen too much, but I did just run into two pretty cool dudes. What's the guy's name? James Oyster, I think his nickname was called. But yeah, I guess I think they're like my age, but they said they like farm this area. Like these are kind of their lands. They were just driving like a 4x4 down here. But the guy said right here to take a left into kind of the weeds here across this ravine. Yeah, right here. It's kind of this open area. But I guess there's some old like foundations from like a schoolhouse or something, a couple of buildings or something like that. So I might go check that out. I don't know if there's any, I don't think there's any like buildings left. It might just be the foundation, but might check that out. And yeah, that was pretty cool though. I just met those guys along the trail. They seemed like pretty sweet dudes. Check out this little creek. Well, the sun just went behind some clouds there, but I think this is a really pretty shot of the trail. The sun was coming through on these two trees just a little bit ago, so there's a lot more contrast with the lights and the shadows. Got some real nice trees here, kind of giving some, yeah, like shadows and stuff. So got some vertical shots of that. And then also just kind of in here, some landscapes, just like this. Maybe the sun will pop back through here. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, pretty big open field right here. Looks like there's some sort of structure over there. Maybe that's what James was talking about. Looks like the clouds are coming in a little bit more. Hopefully the sun can kind of poke through here and there. I was looking at the map. I don't have much service out here, but I think I'm getting close to the end of it. And there is, so kind of my plan, it's almost 4. So it looked like there's a farm up here on the left. I might have to cut through some brush to get over there, but oh gosh. Sorry, I'm walking through like a pond right now. But might have to cut through some brush and some wood to get over there, but might try and get some shots of that if I can. Those farm buildings. And then I do want to check out, so at the beginning of the trail, there's like an old house, or an old farmhouse, but it's deep and I have to cut through a lot of stuff like I did to get to those cars. So I need to try and do that in a reasonable time here before, you know, sun starts setting. Sunset, I mean, is at like 8:50, so there's like still freaking 5 hours left of the light. But I do have to keep that in mind because it's gonna take quite a bit of effort and time to get over there. So it's kind of my plan. This landscape is just crazy, dude. Like, there's just like these ravines everywhere. It's just nuts. That's a cool scene right there, guys. This is really pretty. Nice shadows. Good light down the trail there. As you can see, this creek bed too. Yeah, that's really pretty. Gonna get a shot in here for sure. These trees right here, I like that as well. I do wish the sun was popping a little bit more at the end of the trail, but that's okay. We'll come back down this way too, so we'll see it again. All right, friends, I just found something super cool. Very, very cool. Check this out. Check out these rock formations, dude. This is something out of a movie scene, bro. This is crazy, dude. I have never seen a creek look like this. It's all this just like, I think this is just shale, sandstone. I mean, this is just like crazy. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that is just nuts, dude. Even how the water is just dripping off the rock there. so cool. So I'm gonna definitely take a bunch of shots in here. Probably set up the tripod to get some video as well. Just can't pass up this opportunity. This is just so cool. Well guys, I got the tripod set up. I've spent probably a half hour down here now. Just taking a bunch of shots. The sun is kind of peeking in and out here. This is all kind of in shadow right now. It was a lot brighter just before, but got a lot of really good shots throughout here. Vertical shots, kind of looking up the creek right in here. Getting kind of the water flowing down the sandstone. Some landscapes as well. Just kind of the whole scene. But I need to get moving here. Closing in on 5 o'clock, so yeah, I gotta get moving. But this is the coolest spot so far for sure. Just gorgeous. Back on the trail. Closing in on 5:30 here, guys. I don't know. I have no cell service, so I can't check the map. But I think this is like close to the end. But I'm gonna hike up here a little bit more. See what's up here. And then we'll turn back around. A little quicker on the way back. But I do want to try and get to that farmhouse. So, well, just as I was saying, guys, made it to the real road here. So it's the end of the trail, the end of the itsy coo. Yeah, this is like a farm road. We are out in the middle of freaking nowhere here, guys. Middle of nowhere in Iowa. It looks like, if you guys can see that, looks like there's a grain mill up there. So I might just walk up that road a little bit, although I think that's somebody's property. So I do want to be respectful of that. But we'll check that out and then we'll just turn around. Just finding more and more cool stuff. Looks like somebody set up a little hangout spot over here. Just looks pretty crazy with these farm fields in the background. I was just taking some shots of the playground set here. Kind of right in here. Just looks crazy. Those fields of corn. Yeah, really cool. But this will be the last kind of stop here, guys, for photos. Kind of at the end of the road here. So I'm gonna grab some shots in here. Kind of the playground set right there, and then Maybe one backed up as well. But pretty cool. And then we're gonna just head back down on the trail. A couple vertical shots of the road here just before I leave. Super cloudy, but is what it is. All right, let's get out of here. Gotta get a move on. Losing daylight. Hopefully I can make it to that hopefully I can make it to that house or that building. That was kind of at the start of the trail, but we'll see. Okay, friends, I just hauled ass. We're by the ravine here. It's kind of a crazy looking culvert right here. Really old. But I just hauled ass up the trail. It's almost 6:30. So I think my plan here is, instead of cutting through the opening where a lot of the brush is, I'm gonna cut through the woods up here, and that should get us to the property. So it's kind of my plan. Oh, I'm dying. So hopefully we can get to that house, get some shots. Finally found it, guys. Finally found it. Some vertical shots in here. Got to the front here. This is just absolutely awesome. Save this for the perfect time too, right at the end of the day. So landscapes in here. Really cool. I'm gonna work around this as long as I can. Just getting some other shots kind of in here. Sky is looking better. Nice landscape in here. Okay guys, I am pretty much wrapped up here with the old farmhouse. Spent probably a half hour now just walking around it. Yeah, I don't think I'm bothering anyone out here, so there's prickers everywhere, my goodness. But I'll just take you guys through some of the angles we got of this thing. The sun, it's pretty much gone. I mean, it's just overcast now. Clouds rolled in, so. But let me show you guys the angles that I was looking at. So I went pretty wide open here. Just landscape. Kind of got the whole scene in this one. And then it's taking some vertical shots, kind of right in here. Looking right at this front of the house. Kind of getting the field there in the background a bit for some contrast. Kind of right in here. Kind of see through this window too, which is kind of cool. When I was taking the photos a little bit ago, there was some more sun coming through these scenes, so. And I'll show you guys this other shot, this other angle. I basically just worked around this whole thing. Man, I am tired, man. I'm pretty exhausted right now, dehydrated. Okay. Yeah, so just of the front a little bit here. It's a different perspective. One landscape here. I love these old farmhouses. They provide so many good photo opportunities, man. It's just a matter of finding them, being able to get to them. And then you guys saw kind of the verticals I was taking down there. I'll show you the really far back one. So I got way back here. Again, just took in the whole landscape. But picture these scenes with a little bit more sunlight coming through. That's kind of how it was looking when I was actually taking the photos. But really good here, man. This is a beautiful way to end it. This long day, long hike. And then I got some of the other side as well with the sun hitting it. I think you guys saw that. So I'm pretty much done here, guys. I'm gonna take a look around a little bit more, once more, just a couple more minutes, and then we'll pack it up, get back to the truck. But this was a awesome way to end a full day of photos coming up on this little gem down here in Iowa. Yeah, so I'll just talk about the ending here, or how this came about, as I kind of trek back through the brush. But yeah, so this farmhouse here, guys, as I walk out of here, that was pretty much the main reason why I came out here, is for that. Now, of course, if I would have had it perfectly, the sun would have lasted a bit longer. But what are you gonna do, man? I was very close to just not even trying to get to this thing, because I don't know, I put some video in there, but if you guys saw, I literally had to cut through like farm fields, cornfields, to get to this place. It's like, it's pretty, you know, it's relatively close off the trail here, but I just wasn't sure if I would even be able to make it over here. But just it goes to show, like, even when you want to turn around, call it a day, and just skip whatever you're gonna do last, definitely just try and push forward, because if I would have turned around and just said screw it, I've got enough photos for the day, I'm not even gonna try and get to this one, to this farmhouse, then, you know, we would have never seen those sights, you know. So it's all about just pushing forward, and even when you're tired, exhausted, dehydrated, you know, just keep going a little bit more. That's all I had to do right here, and those are definitely going to be like the best shots of the day. They're the coolest. So, but I'm going to get back to the truck here, guys. I got about a 10-minute hike. Get back over there, and I'll just see you guys back there. We can wrap it up. Oh man, am I happy to see the truck. Holy cow, what a day. What a day. Phew. That was a long one, guys. That was a long one. I am freaking exhausted, guys. Oh, I am so dehydrated right now. Man, I can just feel it. It's bad. But what a day, man. What a day. That was a long hike. Started at 2 o'clock. It is now 7:45 p.m. So basically from 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. But man, that was a really good one, guys. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the beginning trying to get up to that, like, this silo out here to get like a better angle of it, but that didn't really work. But overall, man, lots of cool shots along the trail. It was really cool meeting those two guys. One's guy nickname was Oyster. I think the other guy's name was James. Pretty sure. If you guys see this, what's up? That was super cool. Those two guys, they farm around here, know the area really well. Yeah, I don't come down to Iowa much at all, but the one guy was saying to me, like, this is the northeast corner of Iowa. This is the only part of the state that looks like this, where you kind of got like where there's still like bluffs and rolling hills and stuff like that. The rest of Iowa is pretty much flat. So this area is pretty similar to La Crosse, my hometown. Oh man, I'm running out of storage on my phone for video, but really good day to get. I'm exhausted, guys. Really good day today out here. Really good afternoon out here in Iowa. Yeah, Saturday, June 27th. It's July next week, 4th of July coming up. So I hope you guys are having a good summer. I hope you guys are getting outside. If you're taking photos, I hope you guys' photos are going good. Hope everything is well with everybody out there. But really good one today, guys. Can't wait to take a look at these photos. Super stoked with how they went. Lumix, really good. Took some video down by the creek there. That should be pretty cool as well. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys back at the crib for the photo review. I'm gonna go get some Gatorade.
What is up, friends? We are back in the crib here for the photo review of summer 2026, episode 3, and I am really gonna try and go quickly through this photo review here, guys, because that field footage I know is going to be super long. It was a huge day out there down at the Itziku Trail over in, I think it's Dorchester, Iowa is where it's at. It's really just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. That was my first time going there. It was about 45-minute drive from the crib, so not too terribly bad. But yeah, I've just never gone down to that spot, and really didn't know what to expect. It's kind of just this really old, just like gravel. It used to be a roadway basically back in like the 1900s and stuff, way back in the day. And now it just basically is like an ATV path. But there was like really cool kind of stone structures along the way there. And yeah, I got absolutely exhausted from just hiking around. I went way out into the brush, as you guys saw, kind of off trail, and we ended up finding kind of just a lot of cool scenes. Yeah, I was honestly like kind of just at the start here, and we ran into two really cool guys, just some local farmers actually out in the area. So I'll share those pictures with you guys as well. But initially, just kind of going out on the trail, I didn't really think I would see that much. And just on the trail itself, it's just mostly trail shots. But yeah, just basically going off the trail a little bit, we ended up finding kind of an old farmhouse at the end there. That was really a really cool end piece. And then kind of those old cars and stuff. But let's not waste any more time. I don't need to ramble or anything like that. Let's just get right in the photo review. And yeah, I think there's like 40 or like 50 to 60 probably photos here, guys. I still need to like condense all these down into the kind of the final edit photos. These are just the main selected out photos that I still need to review for basically clarity, focus, the best exposure, that kind of thing. But these are all the photos throughout the whole photo shoot here, ending at that farmhouse. So lots of really cool scenes, stuff that I really did not expect to see, but it was just absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous geography out here. Just this landscape is just nuts. And this is still kind of in the Driftless region of the Midwest. This is like right at the bottom of it, basically. So it's pretty cool. But starting out here, just right off the trail, we've got this landscape shot of the farm fields, and way down the way there is a nice silo. These may take a little bit of time to pop into focus here because I just loaded them in, but I did have this photo edited, so I will show you guys that at the end there. But there we go. Good sharpness, and the sun was kind of drifting in and out between these clouds. I really like the cloud cover here. So you can kind of see there's this foreground is kind of shadowy, and then got some more highlights here in the midground. So really cool shot there to start out. Didn't look this cool on the way back, so that was the best shot of that. And then, yeah, I was really just huffing and puffing, going through this, basically these ravines, heading up, basically going up the bluffs, but stumbled upon these like really old car wrecks. This was really cool to see, kind of this light bouncing through the, I don't even know what that is, just an old car. There was tons of old wrecks down here. You guys can kind of see, you guys saw that on the field footage as well, but just a vertical shot of that, obviously picking up on the high, on the sunlight coming through, kind of that nice angle there. And then I think those are right. Okay, yeah. And then, yeah, moseyed on down the trail, ran into these two guys I mentioned in the field footage. Yeah, they were super cool. They were basically like my age, but they said they were kind of local farmers around the area, which was super dope to see. That was just like a crazy happenstance. And yeah, I edited up this photo and this one, and yeah, I can show you guys that at the end as well. But that was really cool running into those two guys. They kind of gave me some. They gave me some knowledge. This guy's name is Stu. This guy's name is James. I'm pretty sure. But they gave me just some like background on the trail and stuff like that. And there used to be like an old schoolhouse over here, kind of in this field to the left. Just a lot of kind of history down here, I guess, and yeah, just very, very old. It used to be a road basically. This obviously you can kind of see it. It used to be like an actual road, but vertical shots here of the trail itself, and turn down my mic a little bit. Don't hear. Hopefully you guys didn't hear like my computer just humming there in the background. But good lighting throughout here. I think almost like halfway through this hike, basically ran out of sun. Like it started to get really cloudy. So the initial the initial portion of this hike, the starting portion, is really nice with all this sunlight coming through these scenes. But I do like this. I also took some vertical video of that. And then just a landscape shot of the same cut here. Again, all these little pockets of light coming through, hitting the trail. That one's a little bit out of focus there, actually. This isn't bad. Oh, okay, my focus is up here. Yeah, I was looking at these two trees. This was kind of like the center point. You guys can see that in the vertical as well. These two trees here, essentially the center point of the image. So that's kind of what I was like focusing on. And I do like how the trail kind of just bends off into the, like going around the corner there. It's kind of just like it's an obvious leading line. Good focus there. You guys can see that. And this was, I forgot to mention, this was June 27th. So right at the end of June, everything's still very lush green. It was hot. It was pretty, well, it wasn't terribly hot, but actually wasn't too bad at all. This was before like a heat, like this just like crazy heat wave came through. But kind of getting up into the trail now. The clouds are setting in a bit more, but this was just an absolutely, whoops. Sorry, guys. This was just an absolutely insane, like, just landscape shot alone, and I do like how this. You can see how steep the ridges are here in this coulee. All the bedrock as well. I like the highlights coming through here, kind of lighting up the bedrock of that creek. I did edit up this photo, selected out this photo. This is actually one of the ones I edited. We'll pop this into the focus. This is just unedited. Let's let this, hopefully, hang on. 1 second. Oh, there's Luna. There we go. What's up, Luna? What's up? So nice photo here, and yeah, you guys can see really like the deep shadows coming around and the highlights kind of at the end of the trail there, and then vertical shots just of the creek bed. What's up, Nina? So same kind of angle there. But really cool, yeah, just really cool topography. Yeah, it was just gorgeous, kind of right in this spot. It was just really, really pretty. And I do have something to show. I can show this at the end, a little bit more up close. But I found a really cool quartz rock right in this spot right here, just along the trail. And this was one of basically this was kind of one of the peak spots, I would say, of the whole hiking, of the whole kind of hike here was coming along this particular spot. This is one of the craziest like creek bed formations I've ever seen. I definitely talked about it or mentioned that quite a bit, probably in the field footage. But I do like, honestly, these vertical shots are a lot more shadowy. You guys can see, like, I need to edit. Obviously, once I do the edit, I'll bring up those shadows and whatnot. But the foreground was just kind of good focus, though. You guys see that focus there all the way throughout this image up into the creek. But yeah, just this, I mean, just the way this looks is just crazy to me. All this sandstone, just the ridges, the lines. I think the landscape shots just look absolutely nuts. I edited up this one. So this was definitely a huge highlight. I did not expect this. And basically what happened, I was literally walking along the trail. And like I noticed, or I was hearing like running water, and I noticed there was obviously like, there was streams along the place, but I just saw out of the corner of my eye, just like, I think it was just, I don't know, some of these rocks from the trail just getting lit up. And I was like, what is that? That just looks crazy. I saw just like there we go. There it finally pops into focus. Jeez. Lightroom just takes forever to load. I mean, it's all raw. These are all raw images, so a lot of data. But yeah, look at that, guys. That's just nuts. Just the way that looks is crazy. Yeah, I saw that. I just basically saw this out of the corner of my eye, though. Just the rock formation. I was like, what is that? I got to get down there. And yeah, it turned out really cool. And then almost to the end here, guys, kind of the finale. Getting to this farmstead was a little bit of an adventure, a little bit of a battle. Yeah, I was basically looking at Google Maps. I knew this was up here. I didn't know if I could get to it, essentially. Or I was looking at Apple Maps and just like satellite imagery, and I was like, how do I get over here? Blah, blah, blah. But ended up getting over here essentially right as the sun was coming under some cloud cover. But ended up getting some pretty cool photos nonetheless throughout here. Obviously, this whole side, we'll go back to these verticals actually. These turned out way better than I expected. I should have took some more time at this angle because the sunlight here, obviously, but I didn't have a lot of sunlight left in the day at this point. And yeah, I should have just spent more time at this angle. The problem is I really wanted to be like, I didn't want to make a scene out here. I wanted to be, kind of low key, obviously, like, so I was kind of moving quickly, I would say, not rushing it, but just being careful, but also being respectful, not making a scene, not causing a ruckus, just taking pictures. But good landscape here. I really like how you can see through the window, kind of that light coming through there. But obviously the main problem, well, wasn't a problem, but downside to this was, this is just covered in shadow. This is all in shadow. The camera was really just picking up on the highlights of the sky. So I think with some, I actually don't think I'll even edit these. I might just delete these right now. It's just way too much shadow, and there's better angles of the front of this house, this farmhouse. So like this is a lot better, or a little bit more up close, so you can kind of see more detail in that. But yeah, good photos nonetheless. Just landscapes. You can see we're still getting good focus throughout there. And I moved around to the actual sunlit side of the farmhouse here. Ended up editing this shot. This was really cool. I just like this scene. All the sunlight kind of hitting this, you can really see the detail. And kind of just like this old machinery old farm machinery stuff. I'm going to start moving more quickly here, guys. I don't want to spend too much time. Nice vertical shot here. Lots of photos. Lots of photos throughout this one here, guys. It's a really good day, though. Look at that focus. Really nice focus. I mean, look at that clarity there, guys. Right up against the house. You can see tons of detail in that. But obviously picking up on the kind of the setting sun here. This is a really nice photo. Really nice. And last couple here, guys. Last couple, almost to the end. I edited up this one, so I'll show you guys that edit at the end, or right shortly here. This was the last photo of the day here, guys. Just the landscape, kind of a different angle. Clouds really set in at this point. Or this wasn't the last shot, sorry. But what's crazy is a vulture actually just flew out of this top window here, like right after I was taking the shots. Man, if I could have caught that on camera, man, that would have been sick. But yeah, literally a vulture, right after I took the photos, flew out of there. It's like, dang it, man, dang it. This was the last shot of the day here, guys. Obviously, I essentially took all angles of this, old farmhouse here. Worked every angle. I was happy that I got the actual sunlight kind of in there on the other shots. This is just a very moody. This is like an October shot, you know. This looks like something out of a Halloween movie. Something. But I was happy I got these shots with the sunlight in there. That was nice. But those were all the photos, guys. I ran through that in like 15 minutes. That's pretty good for me. I usually just ramble. But lots of good shots throughout here, man. Lots of good photos. Lots of cool, really cool scenes. It was crazy running into these two goobers. Those guys are cool. I don't know if I'll ever see him again. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll hang out. But let's go to the final edits here that I have worked through. Obviously that was a ton of photos, right? So I haven't gotten through nearly a lot of those, but edited up this guy. Brought up the highlights, vibrance, saturation a bit. In this one, turned out to be a pretty nice shot. And then, yeah, we'll show these of the two guys, Stu and James. It's a simple trail shot there. Nothing too special, but kind of a nice shot there. Their ATV kind of going down the trail. Pretty cool. I mean, they're special shots just because it was like a really random kind of cool encounter. But yeah, that was really cool. If they're watching this right now, what's up, dudes? All right, and then we got this guy. So you guys can really see here. I put in a lot of edit work to this. So really brought up the shadows quite a bit here. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, but I basically had to make this scene just like more visible in the foreground. So brought up the exposure on the blacks and the shadows just a lot more throughout this shot, and then kept the highlights to a minimum. I actually think the cloud cover looks kind of cool in this shot, so kind of spooky. Let's see here, the creek landscape. This goes crazy. Yeah, it looks nuts. Kind of brought up everything in this. Brought up the shadows. Brought up the highlights a little bit. Vibrancy, that kind of thing. But yeah, like I've kind of been saying throughout all this, it's just the topography. Just the landscape itself down here is just crazy. Really nice landscape again of that creek bed just up the trail. I'll show you guys quick. I think this was the last edit. but really nice. Just a beautiful, beautiful scene there. I literally came around the corner, saw this, and I was like, just like, wow, that's nuts. And then nice shot here of the farmhouse kind of getting lit up. I really like the shadows of the tree bouncing on the frame of the house there. It's really cool. Let's see. I think that was all of them. Actually got through like a decent amount, but I have a lot more to go throughout that real quick, guys. So this rock, this is like basically I found this rock. I'll bring it up to the camera here in a second. I literally found the biggest quartz rock I've ever seen, just like in the wild, like right on this trail here. But yeah, I saw this thing kind of just like glistening a little bit. It was covered in dirt, but I saw it glistening in the sun a little bit, and I just picked it up, put it in my backpack, and brought it back because this thing is crazy. I'll bring it up to the camera so you guys can see it. Yeah, so this is literally like the biggest, coolest probably quartz rock I've seen like in the wild. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that whole area down there, there was like a lot of sediment washout from the glaciers and stuff. So a lot of history down there. Real quick here, guys, before I wrap it out, I do want to show, should I even show this? I think we basically went through like all the photos, man. I don't even think I need to show a lot of this, but just like the other photos that didn't really make the cut, just kind of like shots of the trail, different angles of this car here. Tons and tons and tons and tons of photos. I mean, there's most of these honestly like made the final cut that you guys just saw. A lot of them are really good. They just need to be cut or cropped, edited, whatnot. Yeah, we can just pop off the screen, man. Like these are, I basically covered it all with you guys, so we'll just hop off the screen, wrap it up. Yeah, summer 2026, episode 3. That was a huge one. That was a banger, man, guys. That was a banger. Yeah, I think I ended up spending like 4 hours out there. I was absolutely wiped after it, but I mean, it was completely worth it to go just take the little drive down into Iowa, down on like Dorchester, Iowa, I think it was. But yeah, really cool trail. Did not expect to see all of that and kind of run into the guys down there. So yeah, really, really just kind of fun photo shoot. Had a blast. But I will not keep you guys any longer. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you made it this far, thank you, man. Thank you. But yeah, I've got episode 4, 5, and 6 in the books. I just got to get it out to you guys. I'm a little bit behind on my editing. I've been trying to make the most of the weekends here over the summer, and just kind of going on photo shoots and also doing a ton of running. So yeah, I gotta hunker down, get in the studio, and edit up 4, 5, and 6 for you guys. But more to come on the way. Appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.